Omie. For so long did I want to fix this. This is something that you had when you were touring in Indonesia. What a pity that it took me so long to know that my grandmother, the person I loved the most on this earth, had been an actress for 25 years for the Royal Theatre in the Netherlands, touring all over Indonesia, marrying my grandfather, who was Indonesian. You never told me about him. I know he died when my father was 2 years old, but you never told me about who these people were. You told me about their houses in Bali and Jakarta, the plantations. You were so young, but he's in my DNA. I would love to know more about him. I have to find it out. Opie didn't want me to know that you were an actress because he wanted me to have a real job using my languages at the United Nations as a translator. But acting is also in my DNA. You were the best grandmother that anyone could ever have had. You taught me how to walk and how to skate at the same time on the frozen canals in Holland, with classical music coming out of the trees, and my mittens and my wooden skates, and all families skating together. You were the love of my life. And when I was 5, I told you, I will take care of you when you are older. Not knowing that on Opie's deathbed, you promised you would never come to the US. And when you came, in the mid-70s, nobody spoke about Alzheimer. I didn't understand what you were doing. One day you were the Queen of England. The next morning, you were a homeless person, telling me that you had dinner with someone and that there was meat for me in the fridge. And we were looking for the meat, but there was never a dinner and there was never meat. And I didn't understand. Doctors just said she's very sick, but they were doing researches. They didn't know at that time. I remember one night I tucked you in bed and you looked at your beautiful room that I had specially designed for you, all pink and lace, and you looked at me and you said, "Thank you for this beautiful room. You're my best friend." And I said, "No, Omie, I'm not your best friend, I'm your granddaughter." And you said, "Whoa, that I don't know." Like she was on a pedestal. And even though I wanted to be your granddaughter, you gave me a present by putting her so high. I know you loved me. So when you passed, I got so sick that they nearly put me in the same hospital. And a week later, I got a dream that I had to get out of there and start all over again without you. A girlfriend brought me a little kitty cat. You know I'm not a cat person. I had Patsy, my German shepherd. Peter always said that I made a poodle out of my German shepherd, but that was all out. Totally loving me unconditionally. And this kitty cat for 1 week, it was such a compromising relationship. I'm not going into it. But one night, I let him out because he was demanding. And at 4 o'clock, I hear a scream. And I rush out of bed, and I see 3 coyotes surrounding him and his little buddy on the ground. I looked at these coyotes, they looked like wolves. I had never seen coyotes so close. I didn't even know if they were not going to jump on me too. I just prayed. That's all I could do. And one after another, they left, and it was a full moon. It's an image that I will never forget. This full, powerful moon, and these 3 coyotes leaving the middle of Beverly Hills at 4 o'clock in the morning, leaving my little Alex. On the ground, motionless, but at least they didn't eat him. You know what was my most beautiful memory with Alex is when I had to cut his nails, and when he gave me his paws like this,